Well, I started, I was born and grew up in Belfast in north of Ireland. So I sort of, when I was a kid, about 14, wanted to play music and rock and roll and stuff. And my father bought me a guitar when I was about 13, so I started playing like rock music, trying to learn it. And then I got bitten by the sort of Irish folk bug, or the Celtic bug, when I was about 18, working for a photographer in Belfast who had a great selection of albums from all around Ireland and Scotland, and we used to listen to that while we were in the studio working. So I got the bug for Irish traditional music and sort of bought an acoustic guitar and started learning it, and then I heard a thing called the boran, which is a goatskin drum, which is, everybody has them now, but in Belfast it was hard to sort of find one. They were expensive, made of goatskin. Some people made their own. I was given one to practice on when I was a kid, and then I left Belfast and travelled with acoustic guitar and boran. And the sessions I joined in Belfast, places like Kelly's Cellars, and when I went to London, the Stag's Head in England, Camden Town, London, and Fiddler's Elbow, I sort of picked up the idea of the session etiquette, and well, there's not really an etiquette, but these guys have been playing there for years, Irish guys in England. And then when I came to Montreal, there had been a scene here, sort of underground session scene. And when I came here, this pub opened here behind me about 14 years ago. And I went to the owner and said, "You should have a session." I said, "What's that?" I said, "Jam session." "Well, what do you mean?" "Well, people show up and they'll join in and they'll play some tunes with us, and we'll get like a happening of 3 hours of live music without any breaks. You know, it's not like a band where you're plugged in and sets. It's just whatever tunes people know." So that's where the session here in McKibben started. Her darker in the howling wind, blowing wild and free. Oh, her darker in the howling wind, blowing wild and free.
What can somebody expect to see at a session?
Well, just basically myself and another host, Bob Cusson, who plays banjo and mandolin. We just start playing the tunes, and people usually join in and know the tunes that we all indulge in. I guess they know the tune, the key, the music, and they just join in. So whatever, it's like telling a story. Somebody starts, and then we'll all join in, or somebody else will start, and then, or I'll get up and sing a song, play a song on the guitar or sing. So it's just like basically sitting in your kitchen and playing live music, you know. It's like an open mic, only we all sit around one table, kind of like in a circle, you know. That's the session.
And how many people normally show up to a session to play?
Well, it could be like between maybe 4 or 5, or sometimes maybe 10 people, sometimes more, you know. It depends who's in town or who wants to come and join, you know.
And what are the typical Irish music instruments?
Well, I find you get a couple of fiddlers, but again, being in Montreal, a lot of the Quebec music is very similar. A lot of Quebec players who play Quebecois music play Irish music also. I like some rock music, you know. I like listening to some rock. I like playing some rock music, like Van Morrison and like U2 and The Who, the Rolling Stones. And sometimes I throw in a song, maybe like a ballad. You can play an acoustic guitar, U2 or Van Morrison, or even like a Who song or something that it doesn't have to. To me, you can throw in a song, a folk song. As long as it's not heavy metal guitars and bass guitars, you can throw it into a session and play it, you know. You can do it. and it fits in. People kind of look at you a bit weird, but then they realise, oh, I know that song. It's just the way you play it. You can make a song your own also, or you can write your own songs like I did. You know.
You mostly like improvise, or just everybody gets into it as somebody starts,
you know,
and then
getting into the groove. It's like anything. You get into the groove, and people play their little bit, and sometimes it sounds great. Sometimes it depends on the atmosphere.
Okay.
It's better when the crowd get into it. The music's great. People get into it. When sometimes you get a cold reception, or they have the stupid TVs on with their soccer or whatever sports. You know, I mean, it wouldn't happen in Ireland. They wouldn't have TVs on during a session. They shut all the TVs down, and that's it. You hear music, not to sit and watch TV, you know, and advertisements and all this. North American thing's a different idea. It's very commercial, you know. But again, these pubs are commercial. Irish pub doesn't mean Irish pub. It just means pub with Irish beer, you know, because it's hard to find even like traditional Irish music in a lot of these places. It's it's like what I would call mostly Canadian pub music. It's not even Irish pub music. It's mostly Canadian, East Coast music played in the pubs here. You know, I host this one, the Kibbins. I host one down the street, Irish Embassy, on Sundays at 2 o'clock. I do Hurdies on Crescent Street from 3 to 6 on Saturdays, and here again from 5 to 8 o'clock on Sunday nights. People usually know word of mouth, or there's a website called session.org, which people actually tune in from all around the world to. So if you're going to visit a country or a city, you go on the website and you look for the city you're going to, and I'll tell you exactly where the sessions are and give you a map, which is a great tool. It's free, you know. I've listed about 4 or 5 sessions on that, and people have come in from, I said, how did you find the session? From sessionmusic.org. So people come from Europe, Australia, whatever. They're in Montreal for a couple of days, so they'll visit, you know, call in with their instruments. Our ship lies at anchor, she's ready to dock, and I wish her safe landing without any shock. And if ever I should meet you by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry all out of